All right, shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone rule well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing word and truth and in sincerity. Now, this video is going to be based on chariots. You know, the UFOs. You know that the world calls them, but we know them as IFOs, which are the identified flying objects known as the chariots of the Most High. Now, there's a lot of chariot activity that's been going on lately. And I seen this video that a brother put up about the Iranian military shooting at a chariot. You know, I guess they thought it was the American military. And what you see in this video is you realize how helpless Esau really is when it comes to the spirit of the Lord, man. And these chariots are what's going to help destroy this place, you know. These chariots are the vehicles that are going to stage our deliverance, you know. And it's a very significant thing. You know, and I got two videos. I got this video and I have a video that another brother put up of a chariot that that's still there, or that was still in Iran, you know. So let me play these videos without further ado. They're pretty quick. See it? Can't touch it. That's frightening, man. Now that's the chariot of the Most High, man. And they bend gravity, you know. The laws of gravity don't apply to the chariot. So all the evasive maneuvers that Esau knows how to do with his planes, he can't do with it. He doesn't understand the way the chariots move, you know, because the chariots don't have to follow any type of law of aerodynamics at all, you know, and they're pure spirit energy. So how are you going to destroy something like that? You know, Esau has all these movies like Independence Day, you know, where he pulls some ass pull and, you know, and gets the victory over over the aliens, so to speak, you know. But there's not going to be any victory with these chariots, man, you know, because they're pure spirit power. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." Now the flying roll is a chariot. It says, "And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth." You know? So this is the curse that's going to be sitting on top of the earth, man. You know? To destroy it. It says, "For every one that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." You know, so Esau, you know, he stole the nation of Israel and he's constantly stealing resources, so he's going to be cut off, man. You know, Esau also sweareth by the Most High, you know, when he swears in his inaugurations as presidents, you know. It says, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts," this is verse 4, "and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name." Now, that sounds exactly like Esau, you know, because he's the thief of the world, man. So this chariot, what you seen, this is going to enter into the house of the thief, man. This is going to directly attack him, you know, because we can't get delivered by our own, you know, carnal might. We need the Lord to deliver us from this place, you know, because the military alone is too much. You know, who can make war with the beast? You know, it says, "And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof." So the whole house of the thief is going to be destroyed, man. You know, and like the elders always say, as the missiles are going off, simultaneously the chariots are going to be wrecking shop, man. And it's going to be beautiful. There is no possible way Esau can fight against something like that. Not at all, man. Esau is too slow. Two, Esau doesn't understand the uh, the way the chariots even move. You know, and three, they're pure energy. So it's a super impossible, man. And the thing is that the chariots have been around and they've been showing themselves more and more lately. You know, they've been showing themselves at every major event. Mocking Esau. Mocking the other nations. So this is another video that I found from brother GMS Manatzak Yahweh, and there was a chariot just hovering, man, hovering over Iran. I believe this is a couple of weeks ago. Look at that, and that looks like the same exact shape as the chariot of light that we saw dodging those bullets, man, in the last video. Just watching everything, man. Watching all activity, recording all activity. And just so you know this is real. He went from the base of the building, he went to an apartment and looked out the window, and then he went to the roof, and it's still there, defying gravity. How can you fight something that defies gravity? So how can you fight something that defies gravity? You can't. And the thing is that there are way more chariots than there are people on this planet. There are many more angels than people on this planet, Salakia. So when we think about the military might of Esau, what you should be thinking about is the military might of the Most High, which are the angels and the chariots, that are here to deliver us and to fight for us, And we're coming closer and closer to that time as the chariots and the angels start showing themselves more and more, And one major point that I want to point out is when Elisha seen the chariots, they were there to deliver him out of the situation of being hunted by the king of Assyria, man. This is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. It says, "And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city about with horses and chariots." Now that host that it's talking about is the king of Assyria at that time. It says, "And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." So he's saying we have forces with us that are way beyond imagination, man. It says, "And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha." So the Lord lit up the young man's eyes, and next thing you know, he seen nothing but chariots and angels around him, man. And remember, there are hundreds and thousands of chariots, man. And one chariot can destroy the earth. I mean, one angel can destroy the earth by himself. So just think about that. So one angel can destroy the world by itself. What makes you think that Esau can fight against the angels and the chariots at all? It says, "And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha." So Elisha was delivered out of that dire situation by what? By the chariots of the Most High, man. And you notice when that army surrounded Elisha, it took an army, to defeat him, man. The chariots didn't really do anything, but the Lord showed His power in how many chariots that are around about us, and how much protection we have, you know. So the deliverance is going to be something out of this world, man. You know, there's going to be thousands of chariots in the sky. You know, this is Psalms chapter 68, verse 13. It says, "Though ye have lien among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold." So what you're seeing is that the chariots are being described, you know, on what King David saw that they look like, you know. It says with the Almighty scattered kings in it. Matter of fact, nope, that's it. Yeah, I'm just 13. But yeah, it's describing on what the chariots actually look like, you know. So they're covered with silver and gold, man. So not only are they fast, are they are they slick, do they defy gravity? But they also are made up of royal material, you know. Now the thing about that is this is exactly the picture you're going to see a so-called UFO, you know, covered with silver and gold, you know, with swift wings like a dove, and you're going to see that when Yahushua makes his return, you know, because remember, Yahushua is going to come back the same way he left, man, in a chariot. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him." Now, it says he comes with clouds, man. Now, is this talking about actual clouds? Is he going to bring thunderstorms? No. Go into this cloud here.
Strong's G 3507. Nephele.
Which means a cloud. Used of the cloud which led the Israelites in the wilderness, you know? So, and we know clouds can't lead you anywhere, unless you're following the wind. But we all know that it wasn't a cloud that led the Israelites in the wilderness for 40 years, because that doesn't make any sense for it to be an actual cloud, since clouds dissipate almost instantly, you know? Wind can dissipate a cloud in the blink of an eye. So what was that followed the Israelites or that led the Israelites in the wilderness? It was a chariot of the Lord, man. It was a chariot of the Lord. Let me go back to Revelation 1:7 really quick. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him." And how is every eye going to see him? Think about it. When you watched Independence Day, and you seen that cloud, enrolled in fire, and the clouds come out, not only did people see it that looked up, but it was on national TV, it was on the radios, so everybody seen and heard what was going on. And now, since we're in the technology age, we have all these wireless devices. We have computers, we got tablets, we have our cell phones, you know. We have watches that we can wear, So everybody's going to see this. It says, and also, and every eye shall see him, and also they, and they also which pierced him, So the ones that pierced Yahushua, they're back again today in reincarnation, whether you like it, believe it, or understand it or not. And they're going to see this as well, man. It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Tuah. And the reason why they're going to wail, matter of fact, let me go into this word wail.
Strong's G 2875. Copto.
So it says to cut, strike, smite, to cut from, cut off, to beat one's breast with grief. So they're going to be seen with grief, man. When you go down to the Strong's definitions here, you have especially to beat the breast in grief, cut down, lament, mourn, So they're going to be mourning, man, when the Lord comes back, They're going to be crying because it's not going to be a happy sight, man. The scriptures say that the day of the Lord is with darkness and gloominess. What end is it to you? So the Lord is coming back with the curse of the earth, as presumed in Zechariah 5:1, he's coming back with this. He's going to come back with clouds, with chariots, with the intergalactic space vehicles, man. Way better than the Star Trek Enterprise. The Lord is going to come back to smite and to deliver Israel, man, with these monstrous machines called chariots, that Esau has no hope of fighting against, and there are thousands of them. There are thousands of them, mind you. There's more that be with us than be with them, So with that, we want to give all praises, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who are well, and salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. Shalom.